Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get going. I want to do a reading today for all of you. I'm going to look at what you need to know right now, what's really important for you to pay attention to. What do you need to know? I'm going to use this Cosmic Journey Oracle, and we have just embraced Lionsgate 8/8. The Lemon Skate happened yesterday. We have a full moon in Aquarius today. So this is a really important day. We will have on Monday, we will have Mercury going direct. We will have Jupiter conjuncting Venus, or Venus conjuncting Jupiter in Cancer. So it's a very beautiful, loving energy. And I want to know what you need to know right now in order to align with the energies that are coming in and make best use of the Lionsgate energy that is still here. Lionsgate is a spiritual portal. A lot of you know that, so I'm not telling you anything you don't know. We're going to start with Leo, and we're going to go all the way around to Cancer, and then at the end, I'll pull cards for everybody watching. Again, I'm using that Cosmic Journey Oracle. I will cycle through a lot of my decks here. So let us begin. Without further ado, also, one thing, one more ado. If you want to learn to read tarot from me, there's a link below to avail yourself of my tarot course. Okay, so let's keep going. One more ado. All right, so Leo, what is going on with my Leos? Enter one step forward, one step onward. It's time to move something forward, Leo, right? You need to see the full path. You need to take a step. You need to venture forward. I feel like some of you have been standing at the doorway for quite a while, or just standing on the transom of this next chapter of your life without really stepping into the room, or without kind of moving it forward at all. So let me see here for Leo. What is going on for you guys? Underneath is the Six of Pentacles. I'm seeing some kind of protective energy around money. Still stuck. Leo, still stuck. What's the situation? Moving forward, gotta unhook. You can't have one foot on the dock and one foot on the boat. You can't. Celebration. I feel like by the time you get to this celebration, you will have unhooked from this devil energy. Empress, oh, beautiful. Queen of Cups, Nine of Wands, and the outcome is the Knight of Wands. So there's something here about money. You know, some of you may be unhooking from some concerns about money. I'd be careful about running amok. Right? Like you might be very clamped down in terms of your money right now for some reason. And then you're moving on, and then it's just like, woo, kind of just, I can do whatever I want with my money, or there's something like that. And I just feel like you need to be a little bit less woohoo, right? Okay. So there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like there is something around not making the same mistake again with money. So let's say that you've had a lot of credit card debt or something like that, and you've paid it off, and you're in some kind of situation where you're being very, very good about your money for like a long period of time. And then you just get sick of that. And you're like, I'm going to go buy a boat, or I'm going to just do something like crazy, like wild and crazy that I've always wanted to do. And I deserve it because I've been so good with my money. But like, you got to be careful that you're not going to make the same mistake again. Go into some kind of debt. Be careful about going into debt right now. Be careful about that. And you're getting free of this. There's no question about it. You could be getting free of a partner who is not good with money or not good with resources, and you're free of them. Don't pick the same person, different meat suit. Don't pick the same person again. Page of Cups, Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Swords. So the same kind of person is going to come around again. I feel like that's why you're standing at the door. Like, I don't want to invite the same person or I don't want to make the same mistake again. But the universe is kind of pushing you to go forward in your life. And so you're going to have to see why that thing happened with money in the past and heal that or work through that, because the same temptation is going to come up again. Okay. I don't know what that temptation is. This could be the same kind of person. You could be getting rid of a narcissist, and all of a sudden a new person comes up and your friends are like, that's the same person, just in a different meat suit. And you're like, no. Yes. Just be careful to not step right into the same issue that you've been trying so hard to move off of. Okay, that's what you need to know right now, Leo. Okay, so that's for Leo. Virgo, what do you need to know right now? You contain the entire universe encoded within you. Did you know you're that powerful? I don't think you did. I feel like you're getting a lot of downloads. I'm looking right at that thumb drive, and he has, like, it's like the universe is encoding something in you. So there's some kind of downloads could be happening because of Lionsgate. Like, you're just very open, and maybe this is the first tarot reading you're ever watching or something like that. You're like, this is a new experience being awakened like this, Virgo. This is a new experience. Underneath is the Four of Cups. I feel like you've resisted this awakening. Oh yeah. Seven of Wands, Four of Pentacles, opportunity, Page of Wands. Learn some new stuff. Lean into creativity. Get excited. Eight of Wands, Four of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and the outcome is the Page of Pentacles. It's time to learn some new stuff. When you do, then things will move forward quickly, right? Eight of Wands and the Four of Wands. I feel like you are fixing your relationship to money. You've been very stagnant for a while, and I feel like you're fixing your relationship to money. It's almost like an opposite George thing. Like, what you've always done, I feel like I saw this with Leo a little bit too. What you've always done has gotten you this stuckness, has gotten you into stuck place. And so leaning into some creativity may feel very unsafe to you, but it actually brings in a lot of revenue or a lot of financial windfall. It could bring in a partner who's very financially stable, growth oriented, all of that. And you're like learning from this person. You're learning from a person who is doing a good job with their own money or resources or something like that. It requires you, though, to do something different. Look around you. Look at where you are right now. Whatever you don't like, you need to do something different in that realm of your life in order to progress. Or it's just going to stay in this loop. Okay? We have 2 new moons in Virgo in your sign coming up. One new moon at the end-ish of August 22nd. And one new moon in Virgo at the ish end of September 21st. The first one is at 0 degrees. So it's kind of like you're really needing a plan. It's like the pure energy of Virgo, which is about plans and systems and everything like that. Before we get there, I feel like you need to lean into some kind of creativity. And by the time we get to the second new moon, I feel like things will have progressed. If you do this, if you lean into something that excites you, what inspires you. That's what the universe is saying for you to do right now. There's definitely some real stuck energy here, Virgo, and you can't do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. You know what that means, right? Insanity. All right, that is for Virgo. That's what you need to know right now. That's for my Virgos. All right, for Libra, just had Mars moving into your sign. Your words create worlds. Take it seriously what you're saying, what you're saying out loud, or the stories you're telling. Take it seriously. But there's also some kind of mirth or joy connected to the news story. Joy, fun. Okay, something about taking something seriously, but then also like taking fun seriously. The Fool. Yes, taking fun seriously. 10 of Cups. Take it seriously. 4 of Swords. Page of Pentacles. I like this. 3 of Pentacles. King of Swords. 7 of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. So you're the reason this is going to move forward, Libra. Mars in your sign. I know Mars doesn't really like being in Libra, but you're bringing in some partner, some new person. And I feel like you've waited for a long time for this person. You've waited a long, long time. And so you almost don't ever ask for it, ever manifest about a partner. You're just kind of like, I just don't think that's ever going to happen. And with Mars moving into your sign of Libra, Mars is that energy of action. So I get the feeling here that I see an Aquarian here. There's a new path towards happiness, and very much you take good care of yourself. This is a new way of doing relationship for you. You're starting to be telling the story of being worthy and valuable. You're starting to believe that about yourself. Of course, it's always been true. 2 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, and the Hermit. There's an ending at the same time as the beginning of this love relationship. It's almost like you can see somebody leaving your life at the same time this person is coming in. It's like they've made space. Someone leaving your life, the work you've been doing to end a situation has made space. You just recently allowed that space to be available for another person. I don't know if you're aware of this, but it's possible that the Lionsgate portal sort of opened up the possibility, and you're like, yeah, okay. I see Aquarius here. I see Virgo here. Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Someone who has some earth energy to them, but also future, looking to the future. This is somebody who's very good at whatever you need in relationship, having an awareness of them being their own person, Aquarian energy, being able to stand on their own 2 feet. Same with you. You've worked on love a lot. You've worked on your ability now to have a different kind of love relationship. And I see that coming in with this Fool. This is brand new. This person is like a sage, or could be a teacher. This person could be a teacher in general, or they're your teacher or something like that. Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, the Tower, very sudden. Archangel Michael is bringing this person in very suddenly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very suddenly. King of Swords. Riding in. They're riding in on their white horse. This person is likely to teach you a lot about relationships. They've been through a lot too. This reading is coming in so that you know that this is going to come in fast. This is going to come in fast for you. Possibly where you lean into learning something new. There's a person who's a teacher or something who's going to be maybe the one. They're like a shaman or something. You see them thusly. All right, that's for Libra. Let's look at Scorpio. allow your work to become your art. So that's different than allow your art to become your work. This is about the other way around. This is about the work you're doing needs to be more creative or something, or like you're leaning into creativity more. It feels like maybe I've just been kind of going through the motions, and now I'm going to lean in to my creativity as it relates to my work. Okay, so not your art to become your work. It's not like, oh, I've been an artist for a long time and that's becoming my job. It's your job is becoming art now. Something like that, becoming your art. Underneath is the Six of Pentacles, helping other people. Nine of Cups, that's you. Nine of Swords, World. It's like you have everything you want. Ten of Wands, Knight of Swords, the Chariot energy, and the Five of Cups. There's an ending to a chapter here. And there's something about you helping people in the world with what you know how to do. Like there's an ending to an ending to this job, J-O-B, but now you can lean in and help other people with what you know. I feel like the ending happens because of you being overburdened. Like maybe you're at a job doing whatever you're doing, and they're constantly giving you too many clients. They're giving me too many projects, too much. And that causes a break. It causes like some kind of breakdown. And you're not really seeing that what you have learned, like it's the end of the road for this chapter in this job or in this career path or something like that. It's the end of the road for it. But you haven't really realized that you now can take something and make something in the world that's going to help other people, that's going to move you forward in a big way. Maybe you've never really seen what you do as being the thing that can help other people, but it is going to be helping other people. This Five of Cups, like you kind of, okay, Page of Cups, Four of Wands, Queen of Swords, and the Six of Swords. You're definitely moving on. I feel like you get very stuck in the losing my job thing. There could be some kind of fight or some kind of fallout from maybe you say something in a meeting that precipitates this ending. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's like, I feel like you have regrets about something that you do that you see as forcing this ending, but it was coming anyway. This was going to happen anyway. So you didn't do anything wrong, and you also didn't do anything to make this happen. When you come to the awareness of like, oh wow, this ending would have happened anyway. Like maybe this company is going away, or maybe they're downsizing. Maybe they're deciding to do something totally different, and going in a different direction is not really a euphemism for, hey, we're ushering you out. But there's something here. I feel like you physically move. There's the Chariot card, which is a car, and then there's this boat energy going across water. So like you crossing land and water to get where you're going, this new home, this new Four of Wands and Queen of Swords, like you could be going back home. It's behind her. You could be going back home to where you were as a child, going back home or something like that. But it's definitely, or going back somewhere that you've loved. Allow your work to become your art. I just see, I know this deck is Italy. So Page of Swords. I feel like the message comes through in dream. Eight of Swords, haven't wanted to see this. 7, 8, 9 of Swords. Seven of Wands, really resisting this for a long time. Been really resisting this for a long time. I feel like when you get to this new chapter there's going to be a minute here where you're kind of like mad about what happened, very focused on the past. I didn't see it coming kind of thing. And then it's like, oh, this new chapter is so glorious, right? The Four of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Like, oh, then you turn toward the future. But there's going to be a moment here. What you need to know is you're kind of blocking yourself from seeing this ending that's coming. You're on purpose blocking yourself because you think that it's not like fated to come, but it is. It's fated to come. All right. So, wow. All right. That's for Scorpio. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Your 11-year-old self. I love that card. There's definitely something here about reinvigorating your childlike wonder, childhood energy. I see that is a volcano. That's a volcano, right? In this is a volcano. And it's almost like, okay, that can be like, in science class when you make those volcanoes out of paper mache and baking soda, like it can be like something like that. Like you're learning something that you could have learned a long time ago, or that you did learn a long time ago, and it's kind of reasserting itself. Something in here very joyful, that 11-year-old self. Something about a volcano. Knight of Cups underneath. Wow, look at that Four of Wands and the Lover's card. I'm taking that. Queen of Pentacles too. Here you are as the Seven of Pentacles. You are giving birth to something new. Yep, that's right. Ace of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Oh my. King of Swords. Emperor. Page of Wands. Three of Pentacles. Holy moly. There's definitely a new love coming in. Aquarius, Aries, Gemini. You're building some kind of business with this person. This person's going to inspire you. This person's going to inspire you. The situation is this Ace of Swords, like knowing that a new chapter is about to begin. Tangible opportunity, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands, another ace. Oh my God. And then the Strength card of Leo. Lots of Leo here. Some of you could be letting go of a Leo, or some of you could be leaning more into your Leo. But there's definitely a Three of Swords. There's definitely the ending of the chapter has like already taken place because the aces are here. I'm not getting tens, right? Tens are like, the final chapter of something before the ace comes around. And there's a final chapter here that's already taken place. Two of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Justice. You've helped somebody as much as you can. There's Aquarius. You've done what you could. This old chapter is over. Aquarian energy, Libra energy, Six of Pentacles. You helped somebody as much as you could. They haven't changed or they haven't done anything. So that's kind of sad, but you're like, I'm moving on. So I'm seeing here lots of Leo energy. You could be stepping more into being Leo. Like this person is really drawn to this Leo energy, drawn to your magnetism in some way. This could be happening in Leo time. Some of you are really inspiring this connection by the end of the year. Ace of Swords is one day, and Ace of Pentacles is by the end of the year. Those timing. Look at this. Judgment, Hanged Man, the Chariot, and the Ten of Cups. So you're absolutely going in a beautiful direction. It's been like that Three of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, you're just waiting for this new chapter to open up, but it's opening up from between now, one day, now, and the end of the year. This new chapter is opening wide. This old chapter, the one you have Three of Swords about, like there's nothing more to be done. It's just, you got to let it go. That person is out of your life. It's done. You need to embrace this giddy 11-year-old self feeling. And look at this. This is sort of like, look at the two with their, the shells, right? Like they're announcing the new beginning coming in, and it comes in fast. The Cancer energy, and then the 10 of Cups. This new person is coming toward you fast. What you need to know right now is that old chapter is done. It's done. Like there's nothing more. I feel like it might have something to do with Libra time or something like that, but it never really grew. It never got on track. It never left the starting gate. That's what you need to know right now, Sag. That old chapter is not coming back. Larry Bird is not walking through that door. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what's going on for you, my Cappies. The universe. Woohoo! Sometimes that card is awesome. Sometimes it's like, I don't know. Like I can't see. Like I'm not going to be able to see it yet, or I don't see what's going on yet. Like it's still, but I'm doing this reading, Capricorn, as you may have noticed. This is another day. And I am doing this Capricorn reading in Lionsgate energy, and we get the universe card. So that's super cool. Underneath is the Queen of Wands. Woo! Something about Leo. Dead, done. That's dead, or something like that. I'm just getting that. Here's another fire energy here. Page of Wands, Three of Wands, getting inspired, turning your back on something, looking to the future. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. Wow. Five of Cups, the Death card. Five of Cups is the Minor Arcana's Death card. So something is definitely done here. And the Empress, definitely done. Something with a Leo or Scorpio is definitely done. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, the air energy. This is going to move fast. So the universe is bringing in another partner for you, bringing in another opportunity for a partner for you. May not be, the partnership hasn't really even started yet, but this is something that you're being inspired by. This person is inspirational. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's possible that it's in Leo time, or that there's somebody who's a Leo that is going through a similar experience. Like they lose their partner, you lose your partner. And I don't mean they die, but I just mean like that some kind of partnership is done for you and for them. And so that the road is clear. That's what you need to know right now, is the road is clear. And the universe is making this happen. This is like a twin flame connection coming together. The road is clear now. You can come now. You can come together now. The Queen of Swords and King of Swords. Five of Wands, High Priestess, Knight of Swords, and the Five of Wands. So if this was the old connection, there was too much fighting or too much difference of opinion. You guys have really strong opinions about things. And it's like your intuition is opening up. And so that's an added like benefit for you. You have like a, I don't know, an unfair advantage. You've learned a lot. So this new connection is going to be great. It's because you are mature now. You've learned a lot now. And it's coming together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Within 5 months, you're going to be with a different person. That's what you need to know right now. Somebody else, maybe you've been waiting for this other person, or waiting for you to get your act together. It's coming together. So 5 months from now, it's really the end of the year. By your birthday? By your birthday, Cappy. Sweet. All right, Aquarius, what's going on for you? Right into this reality. I used to read this wrong and say, write this into reality, which I like better than write into this reality. But either way, there's some new reality coming online. A 32 card is a 5, so there's definitely some change happening, Aquarius. You got to write your new chapter, what's your new experience going to be about? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. This is fated and destined. Here you are, 10 of Wands. There's still something to get through first. Woo! 5 of Swords. A manipulative person. 9 of Swords. Why are you doubting yourself here? Ace of Wands, the Strength card. I love it. 5 of Wands and the Chariot. So you're moving forward quickly. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a Sag or a Cancerian. There's Leo too. And your current situation, or it's possible that it's like, this is your mindset. This is where you've been in the previous reality, and now getting inspired. The new person is somebody who is evenly matched. Okay? Evenly matched. I feel like you were with somebody with maybe more than one partner who was I don't know, has low self-esteem or low self-confidence, and that they were mirroring that in you. I feel like that's grown. You've healed that. And now you're moving forward with this Chariot person, or the Strength person. You're the Strength person, the Chariot person. The Magician. Wow. High Priestess. 6 of Swords. Yeah. Moving forward together. Death. Rebirth. Something that had ended is coming back online. Page of Cups and the 4 of Cups. Something that stagnated or that had ended is coming back around. And they're coming back around with an apology and maybe some gifts. They're coming back around with an apology and maybe some gifts. Something is coming back online that you thought was dead. You thought it was dead. Nope. All right, Aquarius, that's for you. That's what you need to know right now, my Aquarians. All right, let's move over to Pisces. What is happening for Pisces? See the Lemonsgate? Here we are in Lionsgate. That's the symbol of Lionsgate. So we're getting that beautiful Lemonsgate coming in. Let's use this. What is going on? Creating a new foundation here, Pisces. You're going to have Neptune and Saturn back in your sign pretty soon. What do you need to know right now, Pisces? What do you need to know? What do you need to know right now? Underneath is the Knight of Swords. 3 of Cups. There you are. High Priestess. The World. 4 of Cups. 6 of Swords. It's been a while. There's the Moon. Oh, I like that. And the 10 of Cups. Yay! All right. Something that has been delayed. Something has been delayed. It's almost like they give you a going away party at work and you're like, yeah, actually I'm sticking around for another month or two. So there's like a delayed exit. And there's the 4 of Cups, right? There's the delay, but here you are moving on. I feel like this is, I'm not really getting the full moon, even though that is a full moon in Aquarius. Although for some of you, it might be, I'm really getting those new moons in Virgo, the one in August and the one in September, because that's new beginnings. There's something that you have to leave behind. Maybe that's the delay. There's something you have to leave behind. And I have to feeling it has to do with anger or rage, something you were furious about. You really have to put that to rest. You have to transmute that energy before you can move on to happiness. To happiness. You got a couple weeks here. I was right. It was something about a couple weeks. You're being delayed by a couple weeks for moving on. And it has to do with the new moon, August 22nd in Virgo. And then there's another new moon in September. September 21st in Virgo, 29 degrees. So there's something happening in that month that is going to bring in happiness. It's just being delayed a couple weeks. Yeah. Okay, Pisces, that's for you. So that's what you need to know, that this new journey is just in a little bit of a holding pattern for a minute. And I feel like it has to do with you getting your act together here. You need more meat on the plate. You need some meat on the bone here for your plan. All right, you need some meat on the bone before you go launching something or before you go moving into this new chapter. So ask wonderfully, receive graciously. This next 2 weeks may be a really important time, more important than you think. All right, so Aries, what's going on with you? Wanted, universe creators. Of course you are. Of course you are. Let's see what's going on for my Aries, universe creators. There's something about building something new. What do you need to know right now? What does Aries need to know right now? Underneath is the Four of Cups. Things have been stalled out. Didn't we just get that? We got that for a couple of readings. The Knight of Cups. Something had stalled out. Four of Wands. Death. Six of Wands. Ace of Wands. Two of Swords. And the High Priestess. Some of you... Wow. Some of you said no, or are saying no to a direction that you thought you wanted. You thought that this was the person you wanted. You thought this was the career path you wanted. And after thinking about it for a while, this was good that it was delayed because you've been thinking about it for a while. And, you know, with Mars moving into Libra, that happened just the other day, there's got to be some kind of conversation. A new conversation needs to happen. A new inspiration needs to happen. I feel like you're just standing still here, Aries. We do have Saturn and Neptune in retrograde in your sign. Chiron also in retrograde in your sign. This is being delayed for a little while, maybe even till October, November. You need new inspiration. You need new inspiration. Yep, that's for you, Aries. I like this. I just feel like some of you have been blocking this inspiration for some reason. Maybe it's because you thought everything was, the old direction was the right direction, but then you realized it wasn't the right direction. Yes, that's true. Ace of Swords, Fool, brand new direction. Four of Swords, Three of Pentacles. You got new partners, new people. This is great. You were right to stop. And if you haven't stopped, and you're stopping now, good job. You were right to do it. There's a new direction. Good job. And if this is the reading you're hearing about, like, oh, I'm having a little bit of intuition, maybe this isn't my right partner, maybe this isn't the right thing, you're right about that. Because you're here to create something very different than the old path. Wow. Aries. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see here. Taurus, this is for you, Taurus. Find your star family in this cosmic game of hide and seek. Find your star family. This is the deck I want. What is going on for my Taurus? We've got Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and then I'll pull cards for everybody. What do you need to know right now? Do you think you're not with your star family? I don't feel like you are. You're not with the people you're supposed to be with right now. It's time for that to come to an end. The Sun, look how beautiful that is. 10 of Pentacles, that's where you are right now. 5 of Cups. Boy, I've been seeing the 5 of Cups a couple of times today, and the 5 of Cups is the Minor Arcana's version of the Death card. And so that's, yeah, 4 of Pentacles, trying to hold on to some of this wealth. 10 of Swords, wow. Page of Pentacles. There's something new here. Ace of Wands. Oh, yeah. And the Four of Swords. I feel like you have to heal from something that ended. And a lot of years. But there is something about power that was about that relationship. Something out of whack. That was power, domination, control. It's over now. 10 of Swords. And I feel like you're getting inspired to go in a new direction. You need to do some healing, though. You're going to take some time to do some healing. Even if you know the next person you want to be with, this was a long time in your life. You can't just up and go in a new direction. You're going to need to spend some time healing first. All right. You're going to need to spend some time healing first before you go do that. Four of Wands. I like that. The Emperor. Look at all the fours. Right? Queen of Swords and King of Swords. You are going in the right direction. I feel like by the time we get into the 2 new moons in Virgo, you know your direction. You do know it. You know this is the right person, whatever, a fire sign. Looks like a fire sign, Leo or Aries. But there's something about a career path too that you need to sit with this and do some healing before you get yourself into any new situation, any new partnership. There's something about money and power that you need to look at more closely and do some healing work around. I feel like your partner, your old situation was very toxic. And you can't just like, oh, I'm just going to move on. Nope. It would just bounce right off, I think. All right, that's for Taurus. Gemini, what's happening for you? What do you need to know about? Every cycle is a higher opportunity. Every cycle is a higher opportunity. Every cycle is a higher opportunity. All right, Taurus, Gemini, what do you need to know right now? Gemini. 3 of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Here's the new cycle. You might have had your heart broken, Gemini. 10 of Wands. You're still kind of in it. King of Pentacles. 5 of Wands. Fool. There's the new 4 of Cups. You're still kind of in it. Queen of Swords. So what's happening here is you need to let go of some kind of enmeshment. It's almost like you're fighting the new path. It's mostly because I feel like you're still hurting from the old cycle. There's something about money also that's getting in the way here. 3 of Cups, the Star card, the Hierophant, and the 8 of Swords. So you were stuck in an old relationship that is very unhealed, very toxic. There's a Taurus. A Taurus and an Aquarius. That is over. Death. This is the lower octave. This 8 of Swords. Actually, that's the Devil card. Lower octave of the Devil card. But it is over. And I do feel like there's a celebration here that feels good for it to be over. But there's still some things that are sticking around in you. That you're seeing the future now. You're seeing the future. For some of you, Page of Pentacles, getting inspired. 3 of Wands. Oh yeah, the Sun, the Tower. Woo! 5 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, and the 9 of Wands. Something about money. And that tracks back to self-worth. You really got to pay attention to this old relationship undercut your self-worth in a big way. You've got to really build that back. Because I feel like you're going in a beautiful direction. I feel like a lot is going to be offered to you and given to you, and you're going to really be this King of Pentacles. And you're going to need it because there's going to be a lot of people around you that need your help. So the universe is giving you a lot more resources so you can help other people. Gemini. Wow. So you're going in a really good direction. There is going to be some kind of tower. So you're going to have to pay attention to finances or money, even though you're having a lot of flow in that regard, other people may not be. And so you might be needed to help other people. Okay. You might be needed to help other people. All right. That's for Gemini. Now for Cancerians. And then we'll read for everybody. Soul Giraffe, seeing the big picture. Seeing the big picture of things. Where are you? Come on over here. That might be a new experience for you. You're kind of poking up out of your own experience to kind of see the lay of the land. 7 of Pentacles underneath. Temperance. Take it easy. This isn't, it's like, I used to say about like 15-year-old boys, like don't know how long their arms are. They're kind of like giraffe, like they're not, giraffes don't have arms, but like they're kind of like knocking stuff over and everything. You got to pay attention. You've got new powers. Tower. 3 of Wands. Justice. I don't see anybody. Justice, Queen of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. So there's definitely some kind of argument or fight over money. I feel like you might be with somebody new, but still leaving somebody existing. There's still some loose ends, not big loose ends to tie up here. And there's an expectation. I feel like you have an expectation. What is this expectation? What is this expectation? 3 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, the Chariot, there you are, and the Page of Cups. I feel like you have an expectation that somebody else is going to not clean up the mess, but take you back, or this new relationship is already started. And so there's something about an ending here. And there could be this like, think you're overstepping your bounds here. The Tower. Yeah, 7 of Wands, Hanged Man, 5 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Swords. Yeah, there's something that's unexpected. I feel like you think you're going from one to the other, but there's some kind of needing to deal with some things, getting hung up. There's some details. This is not details. This is like big stuff that isn't being addressed. And so somebody says, wait a minute, like there's a stop. You can't just move forward. There's a lot to consider here. I feel like you thought this was going to be easier. And you're going to get stopped a little bit. Like when you start to see the big picture, you're going to kind of get the feeling of like, oh, okay, I understand that. But when you are really like down in the weeds of it, you're not noticing that there's a lot more to be handled, right? There's a lot more to be handled. Okay, let's read for everybody. Okay, this is like the sloppiest. Okay. What do you need to know right now? Karmic path. Fire. Time. 2 Saturn cards right around the fire energy, and full moon. Full moon in Aquarius happening on the 9th. So the day I'm posting this, there's a full moon in Aquarius. There is something about letting go of a karmic cycle. Letting go of some karmic cycle, clearing, letting go. Aquarius is about looking to the future. That's been a lot of these readings today, honestly. Page of Pentacles, Death. Queen of Swords, Magician, Hanged Man, 10 of Pentacles, the Fool. Wow. And the outcome is the Six of Swords. So we're looking to the future here, manifesting something new. The death is happening right now. I feel like some of you are looking at money differently now after this thing happened. What you need to know is you can manifest anything you want on a dime, like literally on a dime. You're learning that about yourself. This is what's happening. 7 of Cups, 6 of Wands, 2 of Wands, and the Hermit. You're starting to know your power. Use it wisely. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.